Welcome everyone to Robbinsville High School. Here on the campus today is Robbinsville Hiwassee Dam baseball. It's a doubleheader set to come your way here on the Gramstar Sports Network. And we're going to go to the field now for our introductions. We're rushing right into it. No time to waste.
Good afternoon, fans. Welcome to Loudermilk Memorial Field on the campus of Robbinsville High School for a doubleheader today, featuring the Eagles from Hiwassee Dam and the Robbinsville Black Knights. Here are the starting lineups. This is for Game 1. Leading off, we'll go with our visitors. First up, the second baseman, number 2, Evan Hedrick. Batting second, the catcher, number 24, Trenton Beavers. Batting third, the pitcher, number 8, Clay Davis. In the cleanup hole, the first baseman, number 26, Colton Barong. Batting fifth is shortstop, number 6, Tanner Taylor. Batting sixth in center field, number 22, Dawson Headley. Batting seventh in left field, number 27, Kyle Taylor. Batting eighth is the right fielder, number 30, Cole Elliott. And batting ninth is the third baseman, number 12, Pace Ware. Reserves for Hiwassee Dam, number 33, Brock Hyde. Number 9, Dalton Kester. Number 18, Abel Penland. Number 25, Ethan Russell. Number 32, Carson Taylor. And number 10, Aiden Weaver.
I'm going to be waiting on you.
I'm trying. It's not. Kevin, it's not working.
I'm good.
Give me 2 seconds.
All right, no music necessary. We'll just introduce your Robbinsville Black Knights. There it is. Lead off at shortstop, number 2, Braylon Orr. Batting second in right field, number 23, senior Caleb Turpin. Batting third at first base, number 10, senior Lathan Buchanan. Batting fourth, the starting pitcher today, number 17, Ethan Orr.
Batting fifth at second base,
number 7, senior Alex Knight. Batting sixth at third base, number 14, Quinn Jumper. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 11, Bryce Adams. Batting eighth, the center fielder, number 1, Bryce Garrison. And batting ninth, the left fielder, number 4, Luke Levin. Reserve for Robbinsville, number 22, Preston Phillips. Number 20, Evan Menard. Number 16, Dane Webster. Number 5, Nathaniel Stroop. Number 13, Avery Webster. Number 6, Tyler Martinez. And number 19, Everett Taylor.
Welcome you all to Loudermilk Memorial Field, as we said, here on the campus of Robbinsville High School. This is the first of 2, and we're going to be with you for the duration. A unique format today. It's a doubleheader with the Black Knights hosting the Hiwassee Dam Eagles. We'll talk more about how this all came together, but what you're going to see is 2 5-inning games this afternoon played. Well, not exactly back-to-back, but there'll be a little bit of a break in between. But we'll have them both for you as long as daylight allows, that is, here on the Gramstar Sports Network. So Ethan Orr on the hill today, warming up for Robbinsville. And Ware has turned down the music to the point we can't hear it, I guess.
Well,
You stop
he's
playing?
going up to bat right now. I was going to, but
I see. Do we know if it's reconnected?
yeah, I think
Okay.
it should be.
Hi.
Where's the camera?
That's right. I'll have it unlocked for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's in my driver's seat. Hey, I have the ISO set automatically, so just pop it on, pop a lens on, and start shooting. Because it's dark out here today, so I went ahead and set something for you.
You should just have him on behind the studio music.
And the first pitch is going to miss 0-1. First pitch comes at 4:28 p.m. here in Robbinsville. And Hedrick fouls that one back, makes it a ball. And a strike. Temperature first pitch, a balmy 61 degrees. Where is your suntan lotion, and where?
Literally.
So the reason we're playing two today, folks, kind of a unique thing, as Hedrick pokes that one through for a single, and that's how Hiwassee Dam begins its afternoon here in Graham County.
Now batting the catcher, Trenton Beavers.
So with a leadoff runner on, the Eagles looking to strike here. Here's the unique thing about today, fans, as we said, a doubleheader, 2 5-inning games, so we're not going to play the full 7 just to make sure they all get in, but 5 innings is officially official, and we're not talking about Facebook relationship statuses.
We aren't.
We are not. Well, not today anyway. There's no need for it.
Oh.
Spoiler alert, nothing's changed. Hit and run will go awry. Foul ball will scream behind the home plate bleachers here in Graham County. Hedrick will jog back to the bag. Count is 1-1. So this game was supposed to be just a single matchup with JV action to follow. First the pitch. And it misses. I was giving the Compton's on a ball and 2 strikes. Popped up foul. Martinez thought about trying to make the barehanded heroic catch. Changed his mind. Probably a good call. I've done more harm than good. Count 1-2. Pick off the first. Hedrick will be safe and sound. Strike 3 called. Orr almost fell off the bump trying to deliver it, but he got the call anyhow. 1 out. And Hedrick will remain camped at first.
Next up, the pitcher, Clay Davis.
Who didn't go out there when they called him? No. Probably you did. Think about it.
Play
Widow.
count is 0-1. We appreciate you being with us, fans, here on GrandStarSports.com. This game was originally scheduled to take place on Friday, but perilous weather forecast kind of shook up that plan, and I decided, hey, why don't we just try it 2 for the price of 1.
It's not in your seat either.
I literally laid it on the seat when I took the truck.
Passenger or driver, and your truck is locked.
Okay, well, sorry.
Popped up foul, and a lot of peppered fly balls behind home plate here in the early going. Here's the variable for today, though, folks. Both teams are 3-5 overall in the division this year, and a lot at stake in this afternoon's ball games. Low, and the transfer no good. Hedrick will swipe second. And the count's still a ball and 2 strikes. Pitch off here from Orr, and it'll be in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So ostensibly what we have here are 2 teams that are battling for 4th place in the Smoky Mountain Conference. Could mean the difference in playoff seeding and having to sit at the house if you're the other program. Deep fly ball left center field at the track. Reeled in by Garrison. He'll tag up, and there'll be a sacrifice fly out to move him up. 2 outs.
The first baseman, Colton Brong.
And a big human being coming to the plate here. Brong coming up with 2 outs, and Hedrick at third base. Caught the plate. 0-1. We had said that we would stream Lady Knights softball today. We changed our mind about that when we reanalyzed the doubleheader that was kind of tossed at us late yesterday evening when this was first announced. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. In there on the outside corner low. Ball and 2 strikes on Mr. Barong. So Hedrick reached on a leadoff single. And he's going to get stranded at third as Barong strikes out 2 Ks in the inning. And we'll go to the bottom of the frame. No score here in Robbinsville.
Now batting the right fielder, Caleb Turpin.
Turpin will now bat with 1 out and nobody on. And aware of the spirited cheer for the cause here.
Kevin, you should just text me all the game after the game.
I will.
Well, I guess Alex will, but
Oh, well, fine then. I forgot I'm not Alex.
I didn't think about that.
I'm not Alex Knight, though.
No,
I'm not cool enough to be Alex Knight.
no, you're not.
I'm cooler. Wow, okay, okay. Swing and a miss, big cut by Turpin. Ball and 2 strikes. We're in a world, fans, where Alex Knight has more game than Kevin Hensley. Yikes. 1-2 on the way, and he swung at 1. Got a piece of it, keep him alive. Mr. Beavers will methodically make his way back here to scoop it up. Clay Davis, as we said on the hill today, that first out was a grounder to Tanner Taylor. Dalton Barong at first base.
Will you help me put my trap on? I have to leave. If I need
No, you're being mean to me. Why would I help you put your chair up?
you.
You said I'm not as cool as Alex Knight, that you don't want me texting you because I'm not Alex Knight.
I said,
That's exactly what you said.
I said, could you text me and let me know how it goes?
Yeah, and then you said, but wait a minute, Alex Knight's going to text me, and he's wonderful. He's the greatest human on earth, so why would I?
That's not what I said. You can text me too if you want.
I'll have your number, but it's okay.
Damn.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, you'll check that.
I know. Respond.
Okay. 2-2 pitch on the way. Turpin will ground it right back to Davis. Makes a good play off the hill. And that is 2 quick outs for the Black Knights.
Now batting the first baseman, Lathan Buchanan.
Well, folks, it is, needless to say, an overcast day here in Robbinsville. And then gets a good sliver of that, and it goes foul back here behind the plate. Superintendent almost injured on the play, but I'm being told she's okay. The only superintendent we have.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
Superintendent. Her name's Angie Knight.
I'm sorry.
I'm aware
She's
of
in
that.
the newspaper twice this week, actually. I know. It
Goals.
pays to be in the Grand Star. That's goals.
What is?
Being in the Grand Star
Uh-huh.
each week.
Every week.
Every week.
So, just so bougie, you know?
Didn't think they said that anymore, but
So
okay.
bougie. I love saying that.
2 balls and a strike. We'll have a story over the summer about Anna Ware stepping to the loo, my darling, in Hayesville. 3 balls and a strike. Now that'll be Gucci.
Okay, nobody says that.
Sorry, I don't know how far back I can go with my references.
Not that far.
I was a little sus that I couldn't go back that far. Hey.
I'm gonna just go puke real quick.
We'll miss Anna. She's leaving at 5 o'clock. She's abandoning ship.
Sorry.
I'm like the captain of the Titanic.
Now batting number 17, Ethan Orr.
At least some of these guys come out to like good rap music. If you're ever with us for a Lady Nights telecast across the campus, well, yeah, we don't always get that. We get stuff like Pretty Girls Walk Like This, apparently, whatever the heck this is. They never really say what this is either. The Hateful's not a walk.
Well, you're not a pretty girl, so.
Swing and a miss. Oh, I am insulted by that, and yet it's accurate, so it's fine. Buchanan leads off from first. What?
Right.
0-1. Chopped into the hole, and it'll be fielded nice range. And that'll get the third out. Good play made. by Hedrick. We'll go to the second. Robbinsville Strands won, no score here in Graham County. Top of the second, we're with you live from Robbinsville High School. Very privileged to report that the Anna Ware actually got her chair up all by her big girl self over here to my left.
Okay.
That may be bigger news than anything that happens here today.
Probably.
If you've been in attendance with us any this year, you'll understand why.
I struggled.
Do what?
I wonder if it's gonna start pouring as soon as I leave.
If you're holding off the rain, I wish you would stay. You know what you could do?
I'm skipping next
You know what you
Tuesday
could
to
do?
be
Not
here
go
for
to
senior.
dance.
I'm skipping next
You
Tuesday
can
to
skip
be
it
here for senior.
Tuesdays in a row then.
No.
Okay.
I can't skip two
Okay.
Tuesdays in a row. I'm skipping next Monday and Tuesday actually. Monday's the student council banquet. Oh,
Am I invited to that?
that's me.
I have to be on the student council.
Ask President Caleb Turpin.
Ooh, Caleb Turpin. Okay. Welcome back, fans, here from Robbinsville High School. It's the bottom of the fourth, it's a 2-0 count on Bryce Adams. You're watching the Gramstar Sports Network. Appreciate you being with us wherever you may be tuned in. Working through our technical glitches today. I literally can't explain a single one of them. Nothing's unplugged. Nothing's unsightly. Everything's in order, as we say here in the South. We're having to struggle nonetheless, so we'll power through and do the best we can. Popped up straight behind home plate, and it trickles near Black Knight Drive. Pitch from Davis. Freezes Bryce Adams in his tracks, 1 out.
Now batting the center fielder, Bryce Garrison.
Snap now, 1 out, nobody on in the bottom of the fourth. Robbinsville and Hiwassee Dam in a 3-3 deadlock. Remember, fans, this is game 1 of a scheduled 2-part doubleheader. We've got it all for you right here on GramstarSports.com. Fly ball popped up foul, and that will make it 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch coming from Davis outside. That one misses. His count should be 2-2. Strike 3 called. Back-to-back strikeouts.
The left fielder, number 4, Luke Levin.
7, 8, 9 spots are due up for Robbinsville and 2 quick outs. Davis having a sneakily nice afternoon. 3 runs he's surrendered. But he's actually recorded 5 strikeouts. First pitch, and it gets through as Pace Ware can't keep a glove on it. E5 will help Levin reach as we go back to the top of the lineup card.
Now batting the shortstop, number 2, Graylin Orr.
Misses wide of the plate. Levin had a late look at it, so that's where it'll lie. Snap throw back. Levin will get in there, plenty of time. Davis checks the runner. Here's the pitch. Lope to second base, and he played off a hop throw to first in time. Knight squander another one. Levin is stranded. As we go to the 5th, it's still 3-3 on GramstarSports.com. Rock high to run for Barong. And the batter at the plate is Tanner Taylor. First pitch, Taylor sees, ripped to left field. It drops in front of Levin for a hit. And the Eagles are in business, 2 on. Nobody out. Now batting number 22, Dawson Headley. Two outs and 2 on, or nobody, or excuse me, no outs, 2 on. I'll get her out in a minute. low and away, ball one. You'd think without all the chitter chatter around me, I'd be able to watch the game, focus better. Oops. Oh, that's not working out. Here's the pitch. Well, he just golfed that one to center field. Garrison will play it off a hop and sling it to third, where Brock High will stop dead in his tracks. Bases loaded, nobody out. Now batting number one, Kyle Taylor. Foul back to the fence, and that'll shake the teeth of your living room right there. Count is 0-1. What we'll do, fans, in between innings, it'll be very simple. We'll just throw to our sponsor loop. So our friends at Lovin Computer Resolution, Blevins Electric, and we'll also thank Coyab's Timber Company. Of course, we'll have a graphic for them. They'll all get a lot of recognition as we await game number two to get underway as he chased one way outside. That's the first strikeout of the inning. So 3 singles and a strikeout is how we begin the top of the 5th. And head coach Tommy Strickland is calling on another pinch hitter. Pinch hitting for the Eagles, number 9, Dalton Kester. Kester comes in. Bases loaded and 1 out now in the top of the 5th. Tied ball game. And first pitch hit Kester. And an unusual way to get an RBI. How about that? Eagles are back ahead 4-3 on the hit by pitch. And they're going to let Cole Elliott come out and run as we go to the top of the lineup. Check out, we got one more, my apologies. Now batting the third baseman, Pace Ware. Outside. Pitch coming, popped up a mile high, and it will hit the concrete and trickle back towards the gigantic rock that I think the Egyptians themselves could have moved. Count is 1-1. Base is still loaded. Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, fans, we are very sorry about the technical issues we've had to work through today. Not really sure what caused a single one of them. Normally we can trace it. Can't do that today as Ware ropes one to right field and it drops. Taylor scores. It's 5-3. Eagles are back ahead. Now batting number 2, Evan Hedrick. Fly ball blister to center field. Garrison will catch it. And tagging up and scoring will be Headley. That ball was hit deep. And a country mile, as they say, 6-3. Now after the sacrifice fly out, 2 are gone. Now batting number 24, Trenton Beavers. The score is 6-3, Hiwassee Dam here on Gramstar Sports. So in the last regularly scheduled inning, if you'll have it, the Eagles have flown back ahead by 3, and they're not through yet. But down to just 2 base runners now. Cole Elliott at second base, Pace Ware at first. Chopped foul down the left field line. Ball and 2 strikes. Another one popped up foul. And needless to say, all the fans are keeping busy here on the Grand Star Sports Network. Wow. Fly ball center field. Garrison had a weird break on it because he couldn't read it. That ball just kept tapering away from him. Throw comes home. Adams will cut it off to the left of the batter's box. Elliott scores. RBI double. 7-3 Hiwassee Dam. Up next, the pitcher, Clay Davis. Two in scoring position now. Eagles just continuing to pile on. Hey, insurance is always welcome in this sport. 7-3 your score now. Robbinsville will have some work to do when they come back out on the field. And have to figure out how to solve this mystery, as that one is foul. Tommy Strickland nodded his head in agreement. But the Eagles were ready, though. They were off to the races there. And they'll have to return to their respective bases. Abel Penland at second. Baseware at third. Another foul ball. And the umpire's actually out of balls because there's been so many stray ones peppered around the perimeter of the ballpark. Up and in, and that throw gets over Quinn Jumper's glove. So that was a very bold play by Pace Ware. Taking off for home plate with 2 outs. He scores. It pays dividends. It's an E5. And it's 8-3. Eagles back up by 5 now. And Davis draws the walk. And the Eagles have batted around here in the top of the 5th. Now batting number 26, Colton Barong. Upstairs, ball 1. They won't even try to stop Davis. He'll just get there without a contestment from our friend Bryce Adams here behind home plate. Sophomore catcher for the Black Knights. And with pitch counts being what they are here in North Carolina, they're very strict on them. You about have to leave Ethan Orr in here since you got another game to play. That one caught the plate, 2 balls and a strike. Barong thundered down the line to begin this inning and reached first base. That one way up and in. 3 balls, 1 strike. We have an update from the softball game. Let's see how that's going. Ball 4. Eisenhower may have finally seen enough. Ethan Orr has struggled since entering the game today, unfortunately. 4 2/3 innings of work will end up getting handed off to Quinn Jumper, and while Mr. Jumper warms up, we will step aside here on the Graham Star Sports Network. Now batting number 6, Tanner Taylor. Mr. Jumper is good to go. And that one hit Taylor, and it will be a bases loaded RBI, another hit by pitch RBI. It's 2 in this inning. Ultra rare as it may be. It's 9-3. Number 22, Dawson Headley. Headley singled earlier in this inning. Chop to third base where Bryce Garrison awaits. Fielder's choice, 5 unassisted, will end this ugly top of the 5th for Robbinsville. 6 runs come home for the Eagles. 2 were stranded. We'll go to the bottom of the inning, and it is the last chance in Game 1. Your score 9-3, Hiwassee Dam. Leading off for Robbinsville in the bottom of the 5th, number 23, Caleb Turpin. And welcome back to Robbinsville High School. Last chance for the White Knights in game number 1. 9-3 Hiwassee Dam advantage. And Turpin got a good piece of that one. It'll drop into shallow right field, and nobody's going to be able to slow it down. But they've got second base covered, or else Turpin could have walked to the base. Leadoff single for Caleb Turpin. Now batting number 10, Lathan Buchanan. Start for Robbinsville here in the bottom of the 5th. Every rally's got to begin somewhere. That one chopped foul. Count is 0-1. Again, fans, here's how we'll do it in between games. We never do a doubleheader, so this is going to be kind of unusual. We'll just go to our sponsor reel, kind of like we did during basketball season, or halftime, if you will, during football. We'll just roll our sponsors along, and you can jam out to our spicy theme song until we get ready for game 2, and we'll come back and reset things. Fielder's choice, 6-4, erases the lead runner, and that'll sit down Turpin. Buchanan reaches 1 out. Now batting number 17, the center fielder, Ethan Orr. Orr up with 1 out. Buchanan at first. Nice trailing 9-3. That one missed outside. Ball 1. Alex Knight is in the on deck circle. If the inning continues. Big cut. Beavers did a good job keeping up all out in front of him. 1-1 the count. Davis is at 81 pitches. And the delivery will send him to 82. That is 2 balls, 1 strike. Decent crowd here in Robbinsville this evening. Good to see that. That one popped up over first base, and Barong will reel it in to Argonne. Now batting number 7, Alex Knight. step in as the last hope and prayer for Robbinsville. Knights will have to shake this one off. If the score holds, they'll have to shake it off quickly because game 2 will begin in a short. Robbinsville will be done for the week now after this, thanks to the doubleheader being scheduled today. Robbinsville Lady Knights will see action tomorrow in Asheville against AC Reynolds. We are scheduled to have that one set up for you on Graham Star Sports. We'll see if that plays out. And they'll, of course, travel to Hiwassee Dam Friday for the rematch of today's hotly contested game over at Judy Nichols Memorial Field. That throw gets away. Buchanan's at third, and he'll hang tight. So, and E6 will allow 2 Black Knights to get into scoring position. Now batting number 14, Quinn Jumper. Calling a defensive change out of the dugout. Tommy Strickland's done a fine job with this Hiwassee Dam baseball program since taking over last year. Upstairs, ball 1. They're played off of that 1-0 the count. Called to plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Bryce Adams to bat next if the game continues. Jumper swung it one way downstairs. Had a nice break on it by Clay Davis. 1-1 is the, or 1-2, excuse me, is the count with 2 outs. And that is strike 3. That is your ball game. The Eagles pick up a 9-3 victory here in game number 1 of the doubleheader on GrahamStarSports.com. A complete game effort tossed by Clay Davis proves to be too much for the Robbinsville Black Knights here in game number 1. But hey, you know what, fans? There's still one more game to go. How you doing, everyone? Kevin Hensley here on behalf of the Graham Star Sports Network. Very privileged to be with you this afternoon from Graham County for Robbinsville varsity baseball action. The teams will be shaking hands and kissing babies and everything you're supposed to do in between games here in just a moment. And then they'll take a pause and we'll come right back with game 2. Don't you dare go away. The stream will keep going. We're just going to step aside for the break here on GrahamStarSports.com. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome back, everyone, here on GrahamStarSports.com. We're back for Game 2 featuring Robbinsville and Hiwassee Dam duking it out in a doubleheader. Boy, I don't get to say that one too often, but it's fun to see for sure. And we're going to go right into it in just a moment, I believe. No formal introductions, no need for a Star Spangled Banner. We're just going to get right into action. Hiwassee Dam picked up a Game 1 victory 9-3, so Robbinsville is still vying for 4th place, which at the moment Hiwassee Dam holds, but in about an hour and a half that could change. We'll see how it plays out. Unique setup this time, though. We're on Robbinsville's field, so don't adjust your sets, but the Knights will be the away team, quote-unquote. I hope I got that right. And we're going to go over to the field now and get ready for action to resume. Right now, as far as we have the latest update from across the campus, the Hiwassee Dam Lady Eagles are defeating Robbinsville 5-4. That game is being contested hotly. Of course, the top of the standings are those two programs. See all the formal proceedings getting underway out here. Brent Eisenhower jogged across the frame at about 800 miles an hour. We do have the lineups. Well, we got Hiwassee Dams anyway. I'm not sure if Robbinsville's changed. The sports reporter would have checked on that probably before we came back to you with our broadcast. Looks like Tanner Taylor will be getting the nod on the hill for Hiwassee Dam in this game. I believe their lineup should be just about identical. Well, there's actually, I take it back, there is one or two changes at the bottom of the card. Aiden Weaver will be getting a start in right field. And he'll bat in the 8 hole. And the 9 hole today is Abel Penland, who was a pinch runner in game 1 today. In game 2, he'll be the It is still 5-4 on the softball diamond. Robbinsville down to its last 3 outs, though. The final fiddle stroke's about to come out here for mountain music. And we're just about set to begin things. Graylin Orr will lead off for Robbinsville here in just a moment on the Gramstar Sports Network. That fans, even got the scoreboard changed around for you on screen. Now Taylor, I believe, is done with his warm-up tosses. Leading off for Robbinsville in game number 2 is number 2, Graylin Orr. And we are set to go. So first pitch for the first game was at 4:28 p.m. today. And first pitch for this one comes at 6:19. It's careened to the shortstop. 1 pitch, 1 out. Now batting the right fielder, Caleb Turpin. Tanner Taylor has issued exactly 1 pitch so far. Make that 2. Can you believe it, fans? It's warmed up exactly 1 degree since first pitch of the first game. And that pitch goes just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed. 1 ball, 1 strike. Soon enough, Michaela Turpin will be taken off for an evening session with hair and jumping in her brand new car to do it. I was hoping she would take over the PA duties. That did not happen. Yours truly still manning it. Excuse me, swing will hit one right up the gut. Good play by Taylor. 1-3 put out. And quickly 2 are gone. Now batting number 10, Lathan Buchanan. So Buchanan up. First pitch is a strike. 0-1. Plenty of daylight left now thanks to the efficient end to game 1. Took about an hour and 20 minutes, give or take. Gets away. Buchanan will break on it and pick it up. Counts 1 ball and 1 strike. Taylor awaits the sign. 6 pitches already here in the inning. Low. 2 balls, 1 strike. And Buchanan gets under that one over to shortstop Clay Davis. And that'll be a quick 1, 2, 3, top of the first. Robbinsville set down in order. We'll go to the bottom of the frame. The Eagles are coming up. No score here in Robbinsville. Hello, fans. Welcome back here on GramstarSports.com, your exclusive home for Robbinsville Athletics, and we are streaming it all season long and beyond. Robbinsville and Hiwassee Dam softball is going to extra innings across the campus from us. And Hedrick sat down on 3 straight by Graylin Orr, and that's how the Knights begin things here in the bottom of the first. Number 24, Trenton Beavers. As we said, lineups didn't change too much from game 1. No score here in Robbinsville. Chop to Alex Knight, and he tried to play it off the tip of his glove. He can't get it reeled in, but he does in enough time. 2 are quickly gone. Now batting the shortstop, Clay Davis. An extra man to get it cleaned up did Mr. Knight. He got it in plenty of time. And that one caught the plate. 0-1. Oh, and 2 now. Outside, Davis laid off. 1 ball, 2 strikes here in the bottom of the first. Remember, we are on Robbinsville's field, but with us trying to squeeze in 2 games into 1 this afternoon to make sure that Hiwassee Dam doesn't host now, thanks to this. Worried about weather later in the week. That's why we're here. The Eagles are going to play as the home team here in game number 2. Pretend it's 48 hours from now, and that's all you got to do. And a good pitch by Orr. Bottom fell out of it. We'll go to the second. No score here in game number 2. Leading off for Robbinsville in the top of the second, number 17, Ethan Orr. Welcome back, everyone. When you are watching the Gramstar Sports Network, no score as we go into the second inning of the second game this afternoon. You're getting it for the price of 1, and we appreciate you being with us wherever you may be tuned in on the Gramstar Sports Network. Kevin Hensley with you for both telecasts of Robbinsville and Hiwassee Dam baseball. This actually may be our final baseball game of the season, as from Robbinsville from here on out we'll be carrying late night coverage. Robbinsville still has 2 games against Hayesville set for next week, and we will unfortunately have other commitments where we can't make either one of those, and The Knights make the playoffs. We'll do our best to try to stream that, see if we can figure that out. Or striking one the dirt, strike 3, throw to first in time. And that is the first out. Now batting the second baseman, number 7, Alex Knight. Sorry about that. Took a moment to get everything to calm down. She'll have it. 1 out, nobody on here in the second. And Knight wore it right in the small of his back. And careful not to rub it. Should be good to go. There's Quinn Jumper.
Now batting number 14, Quinn Jumper.
So the Knights have their first base runner of the game, Alex Knight, at first. Low, ball 1, throw back, way up the line. Wrong's a big man, so he was able to reel it in. Low and in, Jumper took it all the way. 2 balls, 1 strike. Alex Knight at first. 1 out. Here in the top of the second. Taylor fired that one a bit too hard. It gets away. Knight will go to second on the wild pitch.
Got 3 balls, 1 strike.
So Knight, who scored on a passed ball in game number 1, moves to scoring position in game number 2 on a wild pitch. Jumper's up 3-1 on Taylor. And that one off the plate, but umpire called it. Counts full. Golf attempt at second just to keep Knight honest. He's back in time. Pitch from Taylor. Low, ball 4. So a hit batter and a walk. And here's Bryce Adams.
Next up, the catcher, number 11, Bryce Adams.
Adams steps up with 2 on, nobody out. Wild pitch issued again by Taylor will move everybody up 90 feet each. So Taylor having some control issues here in the second. That may be golden for Robbinsville. That one screams off the fence as well. Knight scoots into home. 1-0 Robbinsville. Jumper now at third. Up and in. 3-0 the count. Snap throw back. Adams jogs down the first baseline after ball 4 is issued.
Now batting number 1, Bryce Garrison.
So 1 out. Jumper still at third. Bryce Garrison, the batter. He steps out for a moment. Taylor gets reset. Robbinsville and Hiwassee Dam going into the 9th inning now in softball action. Still tied 5-5 over at Judy Nichols Memorial Field. Adams moves up. Pitch from Taylor. Inside. Count is 1-0. As we mentioned, Hiwassee Dam and Robbinsville battling for 4th place in the conference. That's a huge spot if they want to sneak into the playoffs. And Hiwassee Dam's 9-3 victory in Game 1 actually gives the Eagles 4th place by themselves for the moment. If this game progresses to the point that Robbinsville gets the W, they'll be right back where they started before today. Obviously, the Eagles would love to sweep today's doubleheader. Two and two now on Garrison. Top of the second. 1-0. Taylor already up to, I believe the scoreboard says 30 pitches. Bulb out there, not too sure about that. Garrison fouls that one off down the first baseline. Colton Barong will make the play. And that is the the second out of the inning. A lot of cheering going on over at the softball field. See what's going on there in just a moment. Jumper's going to try to score, and he'll do it. Beavers couldn't pull the trigger. Jumper scores 2-0.
Batter for Robbinsville is Luke Levin.
Count. Adams at third now. Lovin grins as he jumps out of the way of that one. Count is 2-0. Enter Taylor, one of the seniors for Hiwassee Dam this year. Robbinsville has 4 on their roster. 3 of them are starters. Preston Phillips is the 4th. He is a reserve. Eagles have Evan Hedrick, Tanner Taylor, And if I'm reading their roster right, that's all they've got that are seniors. So much of this group will be back next year. And Lovin with the 3-iron wolfs that one into left field. It's 3-0 Robbinsville. Now
batting number 2, Graylin Orr.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize it's nothing left. Cause I've been blasting and laughing so long.
that song just sort of put a pep in your step, if nothing else. Orr bats. He struck out in the bottom of the first to begin the game. Comes up with a much better situation on his hands now. Luke Lovin at first, 2 outs. In the top of the second, Robbinsville leading 3-0. Snap throw back. Luke Lovin back in there. Not quite too graceful, but he got in there nonetheless. And that one over the head of Orr gets away. Lovin moves to second on the wild pitch. They're really struggling to find the zone. 5 wild pitches in this inning for the senior Eagle. And that's ball 3, another one. Beavers is staying active. Halo Turpin is in the on deck circle. There are 2 outs. Hiwassee Dam has pulled ahead 8-5 in softball action. That game is in the top of the 9th over on Judy Nicholas Memorial Field. Off the plate, 3 balls and a strike. 3-1. Foul straight back. Counting is 3 balls and 2 strikes. Full count offering. Orr sends it to left field, and it will be caught. Brings it into a lengthy top of the second. Robbinsville plates 3, and we will go to the bottom of the inning. 3-0 Black Knights here on the Graham Star Sports Network. 3-0 Black Knights, as we're back with you live from Robbinsville High School. It is the bottom of the second. Yes, fans, the bottom of the inning. Playing backwards in this game since this is a double header. Hiwassee Dam is acting as the home team in this one. 0-2 count on Colton Barong. Graylin Orr, the pitcher for Robbinsville. That one misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes. And that one hits Barong. The pitcher, number 6, Tanner Taylor. I'm called over at first base. Barong might be a little shook up after that. He's trying to get some feeling back in his extremities. One fouled off. Count 1-1. Two balls and a strike. I was going to drop in front of Orr. They may try for this ultra rare 8-6 put out, and it didn't happen. Hit batter in a single, and the Eagles have 2 on with a tying run come to the plate. Now batting number 22, Dawson Headley. Counts 0-2 on Headley. That one broke in there. Headley got a piece of it. Count still 0-2. Barong leading off from second. Tanner Taylor from first. Headley sends that one to dead center field. Ethan Orr will make the play. Barong will stay put. 1 out. Now batting number 1, Kyle Taylor. No balls, 2 strikes on Kyle Taylor with 1 out and 2 Eagles smattered across the base path here in the bottom of the second. Outside, pitch goes. Bryce Adams stops it. Count hangs at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fans, if you found us, we appreciate your business today. Remember that a portion of the proceeds from every single sale goes right back to the program you're watching. So if you buy a pay-per-view pass here on Graham Star Sports to watch baseball, the baseball program will see a chunk of that. Appreciate you helping us out. And we hope to be back with you in August. Got big plans for our second year of existence on GrahamStarSports.com. That one grounded through past Jumper's glove. Levin watches the runners back to the bases. Bases are loaded. Now batting number 10, Aiden Weaver. Weaver will now bat. First time today. Weaver to make an appearance. That's 0-1. Still only one out. Got to play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Braylon Orr at 28 pitches today. Tanner Taylor has slung 41. Just back to the fence. Late break for Barong. Throw home. They got him. Well, Barong completely agreed with that, but shutout preserved. And it will go as a caught stealing 2-1. Ball and 2 strikes with now 2 outs. And runners at second and third. And that is strike 3. Weaver set down, and Orr escapes the jam. We'll go to the third. Robbinsville leading 3-0 right here on GramStarSports.com.
Leading off for Robbinsville, the top of the third, number 23, Caleb Turpin.
New pitcher on the hill for Hiwassee Dam is Dawson Headley. Now Taylor's evening comes to an end after just 2 innings of work. Turpin sends one screaming down the right field line. It will drop foul. Aiden Weaver will reel it back in slowly but surely. Lady Knights have scored 2 in the bottom of the 9th and are still trailing 8-7 in softball action. And it's actually just now a final, so boy, that really shakes up the conference standings. Robbinsville suffers its first conference loss of the year. Hiwassee Dam still in the hunt for the conference championship. Turpin singles.
Now batting number 10, Lathan Buchanan.
Leadoff hit for Turpin. And how about that, folks? Odds taking care of business here in Game 2, still vying for 4th place. Meanwhile, Hiwassee Dam making sure that life is not going to be easy for the Lady Knights. In softball action, that one out in front of the plate. Good throw, 2-3, will erase. Buchanan.
Oh. Next up, number 17, Ethan Orr.
Turpin moves to second. First pitch is popped up foul. And it will land in the fescue. Count is 0-1. Fly ball, left center field deep. And off the base of the fence, Orr's chugging. Here comes Turpin. He'll score. It's an RBI double, and that makes it 4-0. In favor of Robbinsville.
Now batting number 7, Alex Knight.
It's coming. It's going to be low. 0-1. Fly ball down the left field line, and it will go foul near the fitness trail here at Robbinsville High School. foul ball over behind home plate. Perimeter continues to get littered. Another foul ball. And the count is as full as it can get. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And I went outside. Ball 4, Knight. Wasting no time getting down to baseline.
Now batting number 14, Quinn Jumper.
Knights are cashing in at every turn and circumstance here in this one. 4-0 with 1 out here in the top of the third. As Jumper fouls it off, 0-1. And the clickety-clack of Turpin's cleats will go scoop it up. Count is 1-1. Upstairs, snap throw bag. Knight was off the bag. Wrong had to get pulled off the bag. Knight leapt back into first base. A little graceful. Inside. Throw. Gets him down at third base. Ethan Orr is going to be picked off. Caught stealing 2-5. That moves. Alex Knight up to second, though. 2 outs. Count is 3-1 on Quinn Jumper. And that is ball 4.
Now batting number 11, Bryce Adams.
Hitley pops out of the stretch. First pitch to Adams is a strike. 0-1. Bryce Garrison gets his warm-up, swings in. He'll be up next if the inning continues. We got 2 outs. Robbinsville up 4-0. Up and in. Adams laid off of it. Say the least. Counts 1-1. Back to first goes Jumper. He'll get back safe. And that one chopped into the hole. Good throw by Penland, and it'll get him. That will do it. Knights strand 2. But they score another one. Ethan Orr doubles home Caleb Turpin. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Robbinsville 4, Hiwassee Dam 0. Leading off for Hiwassee Dam in the bottom of the 3rd, number 18, Abel Penland. Four nothing your score in favor of the Robbinsville Black Knights. Welcome back here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Graylin Orr begins inning number tray of work with a foul ball chipped off in front of the Eagles dugout. Now, so the crowd here gathered around for baseball this evening that Hiwassee Dam had won the softball game, and boy, did the Eagles fans erupt. Swung on and missed, quickly an 0-2 deficit for Mr. Penland to overcome. We'll recap this one, folks, just like we recap them all in the Graham Star this week. Make sure you check us out. We're on newsstands everywhere in 3 different counties. And fresh copies hit the stands every Wednesday afternoon. Outside, count goes to 2-2. The Graham Star has been Graham County's hometown newspaper since 1955, providing unparalleled news coverage from and around the area. Popped up. Braylon Orr gets a glove on it. What out? Now batting number 2, Evan Hedrick. So 1 out for Hedrick. It's coming. Outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Good break on it. Boy, that is the very definition of a breaking ball right there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I've been a slider from Orr. Fly ball fouled off. And off the side of a Chrysler minivan. I think there's some individuals inside, but I'm being told they are okay. It's stopped by Adams. No need for a lot of effort there. Nobody's on. And there's 1 out. A quick reminder, we're only playing 5 today in these 2 games. This is the doubleheader. Due to, well, there is no way to light this field when it gets dark. This actually negates the JV games that were scheduled to be played today. Hayesville does have JV baseball, so Robbinsville should be able to get some of their licks in next week against the Jackets. That's the final series of the regular season. Hayesville actually just fell to Murphy 5-4 in baseball action. The Lady Bulldogs defeated the Lady Jackets 10-4. And that one singled into center field. The batter is catcher Trenton Beavers. Let's do a quick little conference roundup for you guys. Most everyone's not playing a doubleheader today like we are. So we had a report to you. I'm sure there's been several scores reported. Of course, Hiwassee Dam defeating Robbinsville 8-7 in 9 innings in softball action. Hiwassee Dam winning here in game number 1 of baseball this evening, 9-3. See the score on your screen now. As we said, Murphy sweeping Hayesville in baseball and softball, 5-4 and 10-4, your final outcomes. Swain County is at Andrews. That is Andrews' senior night. And low throw from Garrison will prove costly. Hedrick will score on the E5, and the Eagles are in business. It's 4-1. Hedrick rounded the bags. They swear to run for Trenton Beavers. The batter at the plate, Clay Davis. Head coach Tommy Strickland did a fine job with this baseball program. No rest for the Wary. Of course, Ware played third base and just stole third base here in game 2 after being called on. Fans and players alike slowly trickling over from the softball game. That one splits the gap in right center field, where easily scores. Davis is still up and running. It's an RBI double, and just like that, the score is cut in half. It's 4-2. Now batting number 26, Colton Barong. Popped up foul. Roughs off behind. And the count is 0-1. Fly ball left field, and boy, that is right on the line. Luke Levin's not going to cut it off. And likewise, Davis won't advance. How about in number 6, Tanner Taylor? Upstairs, ball 1. Hiwassee has found life here in the bottom of the third, making this one interesting. Hit right out in front of Orr. Throw to first in plenty of time. That is out number 2. Now batting the pitcher, number 22, Dawson Headley. One chipped off foul. Count is 0-1. Oh, fans, we've been joined by the esteemed Montana Buchanan over at first base, taking pictures for us. Sure to throw some of those in the Graham Star this week. That one screams to Quinn Jumper. Throw across. He'll tag Headley. And that will end the inning. 2 Eagles stranded. We'll go to the bottom of the frame. Hiwassee gets on the board, though, with 2 across. It is 4-2 Robbinsville here on the Graham Star Sports Network. Second part of our doubleheader this evening. As we went around and gave the Lady Eagles that have meandered over this way a hard time for shaking up the conference. Robbinsville could have clinched a share of the championship today. Instead, now Robbinsville's got to really work for it after that Lady Eagles victory, as that one will skip off. 2 balls, 1 strike. Had to get a glove on that one, Blue. 2-1 the count. Headley sets, fires. Garrison pops it up, foul. Well, there's one thing about it, fans. There's been no shortage of foul balls hit this evening at Loudon Memorial Field. By my count, we're up to about 400 foul balls today between both games. And that one hit Garrison, and that's how we'll begin things. Now batting number 4, Luke Levin. Our wires tangled up here. There we go. Got it unkinked. So hit by pitch. Levin's up now. Levin doubled home run in the top of the second during his last plate appearance. It's 4-2 here in the top of the fourth. And time called as Beavers heads out to talk with Dawson Headley. Count is 0-2 after the quick conference. One misses, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Two count. Graylenor up next. Levin gets some fun ribbon from his teammates in the dugout. The blast this year, sitting behind home plate, calling Black Knights baseball. That one strikes out Levin. And that's the first out here in the top of the fourth. Now batting number 2, Graylenor. Garrison remains camped at first base now with 1 out. As we said, fans, our next telecast tomorrow, hopefully. Fingers crossed. We'll try to go live from AC Reynolds. If we're able to stream, we'll have the game up for purchase tomorrow morning. If we are not, then we'll just go over and cover the Lady Knights as good old-fashioned reporters should do. That one's going to get away. Beavers breaks on it nicely, but Garrison's a little too fast. And they're going to actually try to fire down and get him caught in a rundown, and they have got him caught in a rundown. And this is interesting. See how this plays out. Garrison's leaning towards third. He'll dive. He's out. Boy, you talk about a hard-fought second out. Beavers with a good read. So he stole second. And then Beavers mowed him down. The caught stealing will go 2 to 6 to 5 to 4 to 2. Thank you very much. The old 2-6-5-4-2 put out. And 2 are gone. Graylenor is still at the plate. I believe the count's only 1-0 right now. Make that 2-0. Make that 4-0. Or we'll take off for first base. 2-out walk, and the Knights are right back in business. Now batting number 23, senior Caleb Turpin. And first pitch to Turpin is fouled off. Count is 0-1. Graylenor Ready to take off. He's a speedy runner. The reason he's in the leadoff spot. Low. Or actually, caught the plate, I guess. Swung on it. Excuse me. Or still second. So, scoring position for the Knights. And that one is going to get fouled off. Counts 0-2, or at second base. And Tarpa gets under it, pops up a mile high. Beavers, who had a huge inning for Hiwassee Dam, records the putout. One stranded. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. Robbinsville 4, Hiwassee Dam 2. Bottom of the fourth, Kyle Taylor leads off for the Eagles as we welcome you back to Loudon or Memorial Field here on the campus of Robbinsville High School. And suddenly attendance here at the baseball game has quadrupled since the softball game is over with. Fouled off the fence. And that one hit right off of Garrison's glove. When I just ate him alive, they'll give him a single on that, I'm sure. Hard hit ball by Kyle Taylor, and the Eagles are in business. Now batting number 10, the right fielder, Aiden Weaver. Misses outside, ball one. That one squibbed through for a hit. Weaver gets on. Back-to-back hits for the Eagles to begin the bottom of the fourth. Really making ourselves at home here on Robbinsville's field this evening. Next up, number 18, Abel Penland. Lenore's in another jam here. Back to second base. Alex Knight was there just in case. No harm, no foul. All hands are safe. That one fouled off of, well, someone. I believe the umpire got the worst of it. Tommy Strickland, the manager of the Hiwassee Dam Eagles, veteran of the game, knows to give the home plate umpire a chance to convalesce after a lick like that. It's a respectful thing to do. No balls, two strikes. The pitch up and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Penland didn't offer. Eagles almost back to the top of their lineup card. Evan Hedrick in the on-deck circle. Outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Aiden Weaver at second. Kyle Taylor at second. I beg your pardon. Aiden Weaver at first. 2-2's fouled off. Penland's battling. And another foul ball. Matthew Phillips almost made the play. My goodness. Ran out of energy there, I suppose. Bounce to third. Garrison will get the for sure out at second. Builder's choice 5-4 races a runner. And they're at the corners now for Hedrick. Now batting number 2, Evan Hedrick. You hear a lot of background chatter. That is our Lady Knights have shown up after their loss today. Trying to blow off some steam, I guess. Ball breaks away. Adams makes sure nobody comes home. 1-1 the count. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. As we mentioned already, don't adjust your sets. We are at Robbinsville. Second half of our doubleheader. Trapped in the dirt by Adams. Three and 1 the count. Chip Tar down the right field line, foul. Caleb Turpin woke up. Went and got it. Turpin don't see a lot of action over there. That time he saw it from an opposite field shot. Inside, Hedrick laid off, ball 4. Now batting number 24, Trenton Beavers. Now let's get 1 out, and next thing you know, the Eagles are right back to having the path chocked full of runners. I have to remind you, Kyle Taylor at third. Abel Penland at second. Now Evan Hedrick at first, foul ball. I honestly don't even know why we look at the location where those balls are going to land now, fans. One drops in there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And he chased one upstairs and away, and Orr gets the punch out. Now batting number 8, Clay Davis. Counts 0-1 on Clay Davis. And he'll looking back to the bag. One coming. Oh, I've got right over Garrison's glove. 1 run scores. Here comes the tying run. And they've got him dead to rights at home. How about that? It's an RBI single. Penland mowed down 7-3. Excuse me, 7-2. And we'll go to the 5th inning, 4-3, here on the Graham Star Sports Network. Leading off for Robbinsville in the top of the 5th, number 10, Stone Cold, Lathan Buchanan. And we welcome you back to Robbinsville High School. It is 4-3. The advantage at the moment sits with the Black Knights here in this hard-fought matchup. 4th place and a potential playoff spot up for grabs. 85. Here's Ethan Orr. Now batting number 17, Ethan Orr. That one down the right field line. It's a fair ball. Orr has turned the Jets on, as has Buchanan. He's going to trot all the way in and score. Orr with a triple. How about that? Big Ethan Orr with a triple. Now batting number 7, Alex Knight. See if Alex Knight can help build on the good vibes. Scores 5-3 here in Robbinsville. Strike 3 called, or set, or excuse me, Knight set down. I beg your pardon. Here is Quinn Jumper. Now batting number 14, Quinn Jumper. Big cut by Jumper comes up empty. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 0-2 coming from Headley. Fouled off the fence. Shakes up your living room a little bit. Kind of joked online before the game in a doubleheader I'd run out of material and hadn't even in my love life today. We're not even going to go into it. The joke that it always is. Here's the 2-2. Jumper ducked just to be safe. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. I like that he ducked down and the ball never got within like 10 inches of him, but that's all right. Gotta keep a good head on his shoulders. Full count offering. Fouls it off. Matthew Phillips scores the EH. That's the error off the hat. And Jumper's lengthy battle with Dawson Headley continues. Robbinsville up 5-3. Eagles will have a chance in the bottom of the 5th as they are the home team. But if they can't pull ahead, that's all she wrote. We're only playing 5 in these games today. Jumper swings and misses. Headley wins the battle, and that's 2 outs. Now batting the catcher, Bryce Adams. One ball, 2 strikes. Orr still at third. One breaks outside a little too much. Counts 2-2. Foul back to the fence as well. Count holds at 2-2. Still hacking away. Bryce Adams slices that one into foul territory. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Robbinsville up 5-3 here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Our final telecast of Black Knights baseball for the regular season. Strike 3 called. Holy tamale. And that will end the inning. Robbinsville strands one. And we'll go to the bottom of the frame. Last chance for the Eagles. 5-3 Robbinsville. Leading off for Hiwassee Dam in the bottom of the 5th, number 26, Colton Barong. How appropriate. The Eagles get to walk up to an Eagles song as we begin the bottom of the 5th here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Kevin Hensley with you for this evening's telecast. Double your pleasure, double your fun. 2 for 1 this evening. We've had a doubleheader on the airwaves for, well, most of its entirety. We kind of lost our internet in the 2nd inning. Still not really sure what happened there because the connection never dropped on our end, but the video itself went Bye-bye. Got it back. We're error-free since then on our end. Robbinsville up 5-3, looking to split the doubleheader with the Eagles, who won game 1 9-3. This will, of course, knock both programs right back up into fourth place together in the standings. They'll both be 4 and 6 if the score holds where it's at. First one grounded to Knight, and he bobbled it out of his glove. Under his body it went, and they're in business. We got a courtesy, or excuse me, a pinch runner, I beg your pardon, for Mr. Barong. I'm going to send out big Brock Davis. Brock Davis to run for Colton Barong. And the batter at the plate is Tanner Taylor. So E4 all the way. Sorry, Alex, you're watching this in the future. Couldn't help it on that one, buddy. You know what? I'm sure he did his best. I went in there 0-1. No outs here in the bottom of the fifth. Score is 5-3. Robbinsville leading. As daylight is nigh here in Robbinsville. We're just about out of it. Feels like a JV game out here. Normally at this time of the evening, JVs are playing. Like the gate's going to be today anyway. As we said, with heavy rain in the forecast for Friday, opted to make this a doubleheader today here in Robbinsville to make sure the divisional matchups get in the books. Robbinsville softball did not make the same deal with the Lady Eagles. Shore out at second, fielder's choice 6-4. 1 out for Headley. Now batting the pitcher, number 22, Dawson Headley. Tanner Taylor stoically awaits at first. Eagles down to their last 2 outs. Or sharks off. Fouls it off. 0-1. And we are once again out of baseballs. What a surprise. After we get some El Pacifico in us, we'll go back to the Graham Star and recap it all. All the action from today and the week. And we'll have it in this week's edition. Available on newsstands tomorrow afternoon and in your mailbox if you're a subscriber here in Graham County on Thursday. Week's edition also features a in-depth piece on a new tutoring center that is opened in the county. Recap of Town of Lake Santila's council meeting from last Thursday, or 2 Thursdays ago now, excuse me, as well as one local business owner speaking out against the planned Justice Center. And we have part 2 of our report on the Board of Education combating with the Erlanger school-based clinic. Well, one member anyway stands opposed to it very vocally. And we'll wrap that one up in a neat little bow for you in this week's edition of the Graham Star. Ball was fouled. Taylor really put on the brakes nicely there. And he'll get back to the bag without any trouble. Count is 2-2. One fouled off. Hedrick still alive. A Big game with conference implications here. You might say, why are they battling for fourth place? Well, Hedrick will ground out there. Fielder's choice 6-3 that time. Lead runner Tanner Taylor is out. And Kyle Taylor may be the last hope. Now batting for Hiwassee Dam, number 1, Kyle Taylor. Illinois trying to complete this game from start to finish. Win here would make the Robbinsville Black Knights 7-11 on the season, and 4-6 in the conference. Hiwassee Dam would drop to 5-11 and 4-6 on the year as well. As we said, that fourth place spot in the conference standings could actually sneak into the playoffs. If you believe the terminology from out east, they are quote-unquote on the bubble right now. I won't know for sure until playoff seedings come out, of course. Strike 3 called, and Robbinsville has done it. So we'll play celebrate even if they are the away team here, quote-unquote. Big strikeout for Grayling Orr to get the dub. Robbinsville prevails in Game 2, 5-3 here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Well, folks, it's been a long evening out here at Loudon Orr Memorial Field, and as we said, we are virtually right back where we started here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Robbinsville and Hiwassee Dam will stay knotted in fourth place in the standings until next week plays out. Of course, the Knights will have a marriage with Hayesville, be here on Tuesday for senior night, and then traveling to Clay County for the season finale on Friday. Hiwassee Dam still has to play Swain in the latter part of the week and the next one as well. And we will hopefully see how the standings will shake out. I'm not quite sure what happens when you got a fourth place tie, but maybe a coin toss. Seems to be every season we learn new rules about these procedures here in North Carolina that we didn't know before. Players are out at the mound taking the Lord's Prayer, in case you wonder why I cut the music off. That's good to see. But Robbinsville picks up the W, and they split the doubleheader this afternoon with the Hiwassee Dam Eagles. We appreciate you guys being with us here on GramstarSports.com. Our telecast will be back on the air hopefully tomorrow. We'll have AC Reynolds and Robbinsville softball action. That'll be it for this week, and we'll see how it all shakes out next week. You'll sure have senior night for the Lady Knights on Tuesday, and we're not sure about streaming at Hayesville just yet. I don't like our chances, but we'll give it a crack as we always do. Until then, fans, once again, thank you for being with us. This is Kevin Hensley on behalf of the Gramstar Sports Network. Have a great rest of your Tuesday evening.